back to Clean with Kate. It's Friday afternoon. It's quite windy, but it's lovely and warm. And I just thought you might like a little update on what's been going on at the house this week. And also to see, we've got some little visitor. We've got a visitor. Thought you might like to meet the visitor. This is Gigi. I am presently dog sitting. So let's go in and say hello to Gigi. Hello. You're going to sit? Oh, good girl. Sit. Can we get you all to sit? Sit. There's always one or two. Sit. No, we're not all going to sit. Anyway, this is Gigi. She's coming. I'm looking after Gigi this afternoon. She's my daughter's dog and she's fretting a little bit because my daughter's gone out into Norwich with my husband and I'm in charge of 5 dogs. These are 4 of them and another one is asleep in the other barn because he's quite elderly. Anyway, I thought you might like a little tour, a little Friday afternoon tour and just see what I'm going to be doing while they're out. I'm going to be doing some of my Freshen Up Friday routine, but it's slightly different this week. Oh, it's very warm today, so they're like in this hallway because it's nice and shady. So let's see. Oh, she wants to go out, doesn't she? I'm going to have to lock you in, I think, G. You can't go out there because she's a bit anxious, aren't you? Because Lucy's gone out and left her. Hey, we're looking for it. Anyway, let's have a wander around. So, golly, I need to tidy up in here. I've got piles of notebooks everywhere. I'm definitely one of those people who has to-do lists everywhere. I don't know if you can relate. I've recently come to realise it may be a sign I have ADHD because I've always had piles of notebooks everywhere. Anyway, what I'm going to do while they're out, because they're out for a couple of hours, I'm going to tidy the laundry away. So that's part of my Fresh Up Friday. I'm going to put these throws should be nice and dry now, so I'm going to pop them away. I've got my tumble dryer on, so the towels are drying. I haven't got much to do in here. It's pretty good, ready for the weekend. I'm going to tackle this little bit of ironing tonight. It's not a lot because I've got a Zoom to go on later tonight. So I'm going to do my ironing while I'm on the Zoom. I've got a load of laundry out drying. Out here on my new washing lines. So it's absolutely wonderful weather for drying laundry. Ooh. That one's got a bit tangled. It's quite breezy today, so it's ideal for drying laundry on the line. It's sunny and breezy. I'm just going to take you across here, actually. I might take her with me. She is a little bit anxious, isn't she? Gigi, you come in. Come on then, you come with me. I'll let her out for a wee. We're going over. So let's go over. I don't bring you into this barn very often. Oh, it's a little untidy because my daughter's staying here at the moment. There is another dog in here somewhere. Oh, here he is. Oops. Oh, he's being a bit snotty, aren't you? He's quite elderly. And he does live with this other dog, but he's telling her off. He clearly doesn't want the company, do you? This is Winston. He's quite an elderly dog, and he used to live with us, but he now lives with my daughter. He's not being terribly friendly to her, is he? She's only young. Come on, let's leave him alone. And then this is our second fish tank in here. I don't know if I've ever introduced you to these fish. They are desperate for feeding at the moment, aren't they? The warm weather means they're really hungry. This is my favourite one, I think. This one is, I love this fish. He's so cute. So at the moment, there's a lot loose. My daughter's dumped quite a bit of stuff in here. This is here really to stop the elderly dog going upstairs. We're trying to confine him to this area. We're keeping him on his own because he is quite grumpy. So this is one of our barn conversions, and it was lovely and tidy. It was lovely and tidy yesterday, but it's not so tidy today. Oh my goodness! And look at all of this that she's dumped in here. I think I'm going to need to take this across and pop it in the dishwasher. But this room is, we just sort of kitted this out. It's a freestanding kitchen, so it's not a fitted kitchen. All the units are individual. This is an old shop counter here. My daughter has just dumped the dog food in here. And then this is a little freestanding unit that we bought at a local auction for about £20. So this coffee sort of area. And then this is a freestanding piece of furniture. It's actually an old workbench, but we're using it as an island. Try not to move too quickly. Don't want to make you dizzy. And on this dresser, I've got my favourite crockery, which I just felt went really well on this dresser because it's quite a lot of black on it. So I'll just see if I can find a label on it. So this is Johnson Brothers Indian Tree, and it's a good one because it will actually go through the dishwasher, although it is a vintage set of china. And I bought this huge set at auction, and I really love it. I think it just goes, I don't know, let me know what you think, but I think it goes really well with the black dresser because there's black in the crockery. We do intend to let this barn out eventually. We haven't quite finished it, we're nearly there. In fact, this weekend my daughter has offered to help me finish some of the jobs that we haven't quite finished, one of which is putting pictures up on the walls. I have lots of pictures that I want to put up, but I haven't yet actually done it. So I've got lots of empty wall space. I've got lots of little shelving units to put up. I've got a picture down here waiting to go on the wall. So I think I've just lost momentum a little bit on the project. Oh, there's a laundry basket there that needs to go, but I'll just pop the tea towel away, I think, while I'm in here. Things don't stay tidy for long, do they? So we've got family visiting again this weekend, which happens, I think, when you live in a place like Norfolk, and you do tend to get quite a lot of visitors. So in here there's 3 sofas. They're all covered in throws at the moment because of the dogs. And actually it's just more practical to have throws on them because we are a dog-friendly family. And I've been doing some work in the little garden. So there's a little garden out here which is mainly on a white theme, although a couple of different colours have snuck in. But it's starting to look really, really cute, the garden. I started planting it earlier this year, and I'm really pleased with how it's going on. But I do need to get out there this evening or this afternoon and do some deadheading. I've got quite a lot of roses in a container here that are waiting to be planted out. They're just in there to stop them drying out. I found this lovely old bedspread in a charity shop recently, which I absolutely love the colour of it because it goes with my cushions. Oh my goodness, what are the Christmas lights doing there? They're still out from Christmas. I bought one because I've been so impressed with the ZZ plant in the other barn. I've actually bought one for this barn recently at a local garden centre, Edgefield Garden Centre. So this is a dark coloured one. I'm hoping, because this barn is quite shady compared to our other barn, I'm really hoping that this black dark leaved plant will love it in here. I've never grown it in that colour before. So I'm quite interested to see what it'll be like. Right, so there's lots of dog beds in here at the moment, and he's settled back down. This little dog, he's about 15 years old now, and he's quite blind, and he's very, very elderly, so he finds it hard to cope with the more lively dogs, so that's why he's on his own in here. He prefers it that way. He deliberately takes himself off. Anyway, Gigi's settled down. I think she likes being with him, but she just must, as long as he doesn't crowd him, he'll be fine. So there's quite a lot going on in here. I don't think I've ever brought you in here before, to be fair. I don't know if I have or not. This is the wet room, which is in use. Nobody in it, thank goodness. My daughter's used it. Just need to come in here and tidy up a bit after her. I'll put the mat back onto the towel rail while she's a little dry. What else have we got? And there's a bedroom here, which is not actually being used yet as a bedroom, although there is a bed in here. I haven't finished with it. And there's lots of little shelves in here that I'm going to put up in the kitchen. So that might be one of the jobs for the weekend, is to get the shelves up. And there's some hooks up here, but I'm just having a rethink with this. I'm just wondering if this would make a really nice gym. I've got a real hankering to put a gym somewhere. I'm just wondering if this room, because it's downstairs, it's really cool, it doesn't get the sun, and it's got a solid floor. I'm just thinking it might make a really nice gym, but it also makes a really nice cool bedroom. So if we're letting it out, obviously, what was more important if we're letting out, a gym or a bedroom? It's a tricky one, isn't it? What do you think? Let me know. I'm just daydreaming here, I think. So let's have a look. I'll take you through into the little entrance hallway, which at the moment has been again, stuff is just being stored in here. This little entrance hall is being taken over by these little pottery dogs. I went a bit bonkers and bought this huge collection of Staffordshire dogs about a month ago, and I need to get them now listed for sale on my antiques website, but I've just been procrastinating on it. So I think Mike's actually done the photographs for me. I've just got to actually do the listings, but they're so cute. Aren't they? Which are your favourites? These two are rather cute, aren't they? My daughter has a set of these that are completely black, and they remind me so much of my two puppies. And then there's this lovely white set. These two remind me of a friend's dog. She's got two white Bichons, and they look so like them. And then these set are cute. These Spaniels are cute, aren't they? I'm very drawn to these two. I think these two are really cute, the little ones. And these two. I don't know if you're a fan of Staffordshire dogs or not, but I think there's more of them. I think I've got more of them in boxes as well. So my husband, in his wisdom, decided to put up two pictures here. I'm not sure why, because they're under the cottage. This is the actual rear entrance to the barn. And there's a big parking area out here, so that if the barn's being let out, it's got a private parking area. But for some reason, my husband decided to put my piggy pictures, which I've had for about 12 years, and which I think are perfect to go in the barn because it used to have pigsties. But he put them under the coat hooks, so I'm not really sure about that. I think I want to move those because I think they're not going to actually survive under there. I'd like to put them into the barn, I think. Ooh. You can see I've been doing a bit of housework. So we're going to kind of theme this barn. So we've got horse pictures here again because this barn was a mixture of barn, pigsties. This bit was sort of this was the pigsty, I think, this bit, and the wood store. So I think I'm going to put the pig pictures up in here. That would be my ideal, but I just need to decide where they're going and actually action it instead of just thinking about it. If we go through this way, there's cupboards, and there's a dresser with more china in it, an empty box, some pine cones that we've collected. They'll be useful in winter. And then this bit out here is another entrance to this barn, but it's not. We're going to fit this out. The plan is to fit this out as a little laundry area, so it'll have a washing machine and a tumble dryer in here. At the moment, it's just got a workbench in here. And then this side is, these are just being stored in here. I've got more things that need to go in the kitchen. And then there's another barn off here, which at the moment my husband is actually using as a photographic studio. Oh my goodness, my husband is not the tidiest. I think I need to wake him out of here because he's got lots of china in here that he's working his way through, and quite a few of these boxes probably contain the Staffordshire dogs. But I do need to finish this barn now and oik him out of here. I let him use it over winter as a photography studio. If we go up into here, we'll just take you up into the upper barn. It's set up as a bedroom. So at Christmas, one of my children stayed in here. And I think when we start letting the barns, this is probably the one we'll let out first, but we do need to fit the kitchen, which hasn't gone in yet, because this is a really nice self-contained small little barn. And we're almost finished. It's got an ensuite here, ensuite shower room. Sorry, I can't really give you a very good view of that. It's off the bedroom, and a little dressing table area. And the windows open on a remote control. Let's go carefully back down the stairs. Better go and see what the dogs are up to. But this area in here is going to be fitted. I think we're going to put a fitted kitchen in here because it is quite a small area. And then an eating area in the other corner and a table. And it's got a lovely cupboard under the stairs, but I can't get to it at the moment because there's all sorts in here. I'm definitely going to have to evict my husband. So this was this barn was, I think originally that was like what's it called? The coach house. That barn. It was originally the coach house to the barns. Golly, I can't believe how much mess my daughter's managed to make in less than 24 hours. Oh, hello. Are you waiting for me? Hey, you good girl. Anyway, golly, there's quite a lot to do, but I don't think I'm going to tidy up again in there. I tell you what I do want to do. I want to clean this door because it's ready for a clean, and maybe clean the windows. Are you coming back in, or are you staying over there? I think she wants to stay over there, doesn't she? I don't think she wants to come back in. I might leave her over there. She seems happier. She's just going to wait for her mistress to come home. But she seems to like sunbathing. Oh, hello. Where did you two appear from? I think I might leave her on her own. She just seems like she wants a bit of alone time. Come on, you two. Right, what was I doing? I was talking about Freshen Up Friday, wasn't I? So, because it's Friday, I think I'm going to put all my work books away for the weekend. Because I am somebody who has a lot of to-do lists on the go. I have a work to-do list, I have a home to-do list, I have a project to-do list, I have a garden to-do list. I love a to-do list. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to deal with the laundry. I'm going to put my work away for the weekend. I think I'm going to tackle hotspots. I've got quite a lovely old hotspot going here of all sorts of things. Seeds that I've been collecting out the garden, dog chews. Actually, that's an easy fix, isn't it? Let's put them in there. Books that are on the go. What else? Oh, plant care. Okay, that's something I need to do today. I haven't watered my orchids, and I've got quite a lot of plants that need watering. I've done my swish and swipe, so the bathrooms are nice and clean. I've been around most of the bathrooms today. This is the downstairs wet room in the big barn, and people tend to use this if they've been in the hot tub, or if my son's staying, he tends to stay in this end of the house and he uses this bathroom, and it's just the main toilet that we use most days because we spend a lot of time in this barn. Oops. So I need to write a list really. What am I going to do? I'm going to deal with the laundry. I'm going to water the house plants because it's been incredibly warm, and I'm going to tackle hotspots. I think that's probably enough for today, which means dealing with putting workbooks away. And then I think I'm going to go out in the garden and water my pots because the garden's looking quite overgrown at the moment, isn't it? What else do I need to do? There's another dog here asleep. Hello, Ted. Oh my goodness, look at these two. Oh, I think they're all really sleepy. It's hot, isn't it, girls? It's really hot. It's really hot. Yes, we just want to sleep. I think golden doodles have two settings. They're either on or they're off. And because it's warm, they're off at the moment. All right, let's go through here, see what needs doing. There's a hot spot here. Right, the other thing I need to do is deal with the laundry in here. This laundry's all dry. It's a dog bed and some entrance mats because I've been working in zone 1 this week. And so I've washed my entrance mats. I've got another set of goldfish in here. We went a little bit bonkers. We started off with a tiny little fish tank, and we got so into our fancy goldfish that we've now got 2 quite large fish tanks. And you can see they're very lively because of the warm weather. And then I've got more laundry to deal with in here. Some more mats that I've washed. These are mats from the cottage. And I've got a bit of a tidy up, a bit of a hot spot here. I'll need to put my Kilner jars away. God, it's quite a bit to get ready for the weekend. I need to wash this tin. It's had some stuff I think my husband had made homemade meringues. They were in there. It just needs a little bit of a wash. My pantry's looking pretty good at the moment. I'm getting really organised. I've got lots of, all my nuts and dried fruits. My husband's dried fruit are in Kilner jars. I'm aiming to get everything in Kilner jars because I love Kilner jars. And it just makes it easier to see what you've got. And I haven't got too many condiments on the go at the moment. Although the tea bags are a bit excessive. Don't know how I've ended up with quite so many tea bags. Oh, the pantry's not looking bad. Oh, where should we go next? Oh my goodness, something really strange is going on in the downstairs toilet. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but something really strange is going on in there. I don't know what it is. Maybe you can help identify it. But first, I'm going to take you in here. And these little things are doing well. Oh, these things I always struggle to remember the name of. Keep thinking I should label them, but they're proliferating like mad. I might need to bring them into the sun a bit more. So what's going on in here? Not a lot at the moment, but it's quite nice and tidy. I probably need to do water the plants in here as well because, oh my goodness, look at these cactus. They are bone dry. And they're about to flower as well, so I don't want them to dehydrate. Let's just turn them round. They're quite pot bound in there. I've got a geranium that's on its way through to the barn because I love the colour of this one. It's such a bright colour. The cocktail cabinet's not getting much use at the moment. That's where Mike's given up alcohol for a while as well. Anyway, what I brought you in here to show you was the conservatory, which is, look at it, it's absolute best at the moment. I will need to water this either this evening or tomorrow, but at the moment all the watering cans are empty, so I'm hoping Mike's going to refill them for me. But it's very warm in here today, and these geraniums are loving it. It's like they're in the Mediterranean. Whoa, that doesn't look good. Golly, that definitely doesn't look good. That's dried out, isn't it? But I don't think I've got any water. I think my watering cans are all empty. Have I got anything with water in it? Is there any water back there? Oh, those two might have some water in. But the geraniums are loving this weather. And they're really popping. We've taken the geraniums off the top shelf for two reasons. One, it's incredibly hot up there. And two, I can't reach them. And so the ones that I can reach tend to do much better. So I've asked Mike to bring most of them down where I can reach them because I tend to be the one who waters in here. But oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to come back in here in a minute and water these. What is growing in there? It looks like I think that might be what's those things called? An avocado. I think my husband's planted an avocado in there and I thought it was dead. And then this appears to have self-seeded in on top of it. But I do need to come and water it because I think it's finding it just too hot in here, and it's a lovely thing. Again, it's another of those plants with the unusual leaves that I can't remember the name of. Please pop it in comments if you know the name. I'm hoping these will come back into flower. I'm a little disappointed. I had them in the main house. It is a geranium. It's a variegated leaf, but it just isn't flowering. It's had a little bit of flower, but it's still beautiful. But I'm hoping that the sun in here is going to bring it back into flower. And this one I'm a little worried about. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I've overwatered it. It's not looking that happy. The plants back here are looking happy, aren't they? Let's go and see what's happening in the downstairs loo. Oh, it's so nice and cool in here after being in the conservatory, which is so warm. Right. We're in the downstairs loo. Oh, I must put a new towel out actually. I washed the towel in here today. And again, I need to water the plants in here. These are looking quite dry as well. This is looking very sorry for itself. In fact, maybe they need to go out now. But this is what I brought you to see. Look at this. I got really excited when I saw this because I thought it meant something had seeded. But my husband thinks it's an animal or ants or something that's caused this. I need to come in and get rid of it, but I have no idea what it is. But if you look there, oh my goodness, I think it is an ant's nest. Look, there are ants in there, aren't there? Don't know if you can see them. Look, you can see them moving. So he thinks we have an ant's nest in the wall. And these are, I don't know what these are. He thinks these are discarded eggs or discarded skins, but they just appeared overnight. What are they? I think it is to do with the ants, isn't it? Or were they living in a pot? We're really unsure what it is. Anyway, I need to get my vacuum out and vacuum it up, or maybe I'll do it with a dustpan and brush. It's quite alarming, but I was so excited initially because you can see why it looks like seeds. We're a bit confused, but my husband thinks it's ants. Also got it back here as well. So what would you do with this? I'm a bit unsure. My husband thinks we may need to put some ant powder down, or I don't know if just vacuuming up is going to sort it, whether it's just going to reappear. Anyway, that was a little bit of a digression. I need to tidy this windowsill up as well. I think I've got too many plants in here, and this little geranium I think needs to pop back in the conservatory. Oh, that might be what's happened. We did have ants in the conservatory. And maybe because I've moved a plant from the conservatory into the toilet, that I've managed to transfer the ants with it. That's quite probably what has happened. So anyway, there's a job for the weekend. Sort out the ants. So I'm just going to, while I'm in here, I'm just going to get a towel out. And then when I finish filming, I'm going to come back and deal with that mess. Do you know, it's been there a couple of days. I have to confess, it's been there probably 4 or 5 days. We discovered it when we came back from our little holiday. It was there, and I've kept hoping Mike would deal with it since he decided it was ants. And I've left it for him to deal with, but he hasn't. But anyway, I think I'm going to have to deal with it. How long do you think, if I left it, how long would it be before he decided to do something about it, do you think? I think it could be years. But it is definitely ants, isn't it? You can see the ants in it. Woo! Sorry, I'm zooming in too close. There's definitely ant activity in there. So I don't know what it is. Let me know if you've ever experienced this. It's come out of the wall. It's really strange. There's a little crack in the wall and it's appeared from there. Anyway, I'm taking you down the hallway. I don't think I need to check on the dogs again. I think they're okay. So the hallway's not looking bad at the moment. It's quite tidy. It's lovely and cool in here. My spider plants are going bonkers. Really strange. Last night on my way to bed, I was just looking at the spider plant. Let's come out. And I walked up close to it and there was the most enormous spider on the wall next to the spider plant. And I thought, oh, maybe that's why they're called spider plants, because spiders like them. I've got a huge spider that's taken up residence in this corner of the room up there. But actually, he's helping me. So I'm kind of leaving it at the moment. Maybe it's a female because it is huge. But it seems to like my spider plants. But I think that, I don't know if that's the reason spider plants are called spider plants. Or is it because they look like spiders? Anyway, my spider plants are doing incredibly well. I potted them both up into bigger pots. And they're both putting out babies. So it looks like I could have lots of baby spider plants soon. They'll be taking over the house. And what are these things called? I can't remember what these, Christmas cactus are doing very well here as well. But I think they need feeding. They're looking a bit sorry for themselves. And these are just some artificial peonies. I love peonies, but they have such a short flowering season. I don't tend to pick many out of the garden. But I decided these artificial ones were good enough. And I could enjoy them for longer. And it saved me having to pick them out of the garden. Oh, it's so nice and cool in this end of the house compared to the conservatory and the barn. And the lounge is looking nice and tidy. Oh, I wonder where that cardigan had gone. I was looking for that for ages the other day. Golly, that's one of those distracted moments, isn't it? So I'll put my cardi away. Again, these are artificial flowers in here just because they last, don't they? They last so well. So there's some artificial roses in here and also some hydrangeas. I might have a move around with my flowers this weekend and just move them to different places. I think I might take you up onto the dreaded top floor because I'm just psyching myself up to tackle some jobs on the top floor. And we don't go up there very often, do we? Let's put the cardigan here. Let's put it over the banister. I can put it away later. So let's go up onto the dreaded top floor. I think I might have lost a bin up here this week. I was up here doing some dusting. So this is the first room on the top floor. And this is a box room. It's actually, there's no electricity in this room. It's just meant to be a storage room. And there is quite a lot being stored in here. And I've got actually lots I need to go through in here and decide what I'm doing with it. Our Christmas decorations are in here, but some of the things in here I think we're just going to need to get rid of. But I do need to go through with my daughter because there are some nice pictures in here. See if there's anything she wants. I've got some beautiful boots here that they're virtually new, that I were one of those silly purchases years ago, and I can't wear them. They're too high for me. I just need to get them on eBay. But this is the room I brought you up to see. I have made progress on this room. We are getting there. And here, oh my goodness, this is the bin that I lost earlier in the week. I had a feeling I'd left it up here. So this room has had a bit of a declutter. There's a lot less in here than there used to be. This is a huge spare bedroom above the main master bedroom, and it's a really beautiful room. And I did have it when my daughter was living at home for a period. We had it set up as an office for her as well, But now we've taken the desk out. My husband's actually repurposed it as a potting table. So now we just need to put this room back into a guest bedroom. Oh, and there's quite a bit of work to do up here. So this is a sofa bed here. This needs to go back into the window. And I need to come up and do some vacuuming up here. There's so many cobwebs and dead flies. I've kind of neglected this room very much over the last couple of years. It's just not been used since she used it as an office. And it has beautiful views across the countryside and into the garden. It's an incredible room. Oh my goodness, the windows are so dirty. And it looks over the what's they called? The flowering rose, the climbing roses. So this chair needs to go somewhere else. This is the office chair. So I just came up the other day, and my husband's to say was taking the desk out. It was a really old scruffy table. So he's now got it as a potting table. And the next thing I need to do is move the chair. And then I came up and had to give it a dust, which has made a big difference. And then I just need to get it set back up as a bedroom so that we can have guests to stay in it without feeling well, we haven't used it for a couple of years just because it was so untidy. But I just need to deal with a lot. I come up and give it a really good detailed vacuum, and I need to take my bin back down. So it's looking a lot better. So I thought you might like to see that I am making progress. But I need to do something about the lighting in here. It was only ever meant to be temporary. I need to try and find 3 small matching chandeliers in here. And then I need to get an electrician in to drop them. The ceiling in here has got quite a bit of cracking in it. It's quite old. This house does crack. And I did some dusting along here. Got lots of lovely old pictures here. I need to decide if I want to put any of them in the barn. This is another room that my husband uses when he's photographing china, but he hasn't used it for some time because it's in winter. It's very cold, and he's moved into the other room in the barn, which is really warm. So I just need to really get him to sort this room out, and then we need to decide what we're doing with this room. And I need to have a look at the curtains on the top floor and see, because some of these curtains might be better put in the new barn. This room used to be my son's bedroom, but it hasn't been used as a bedroom now for quite some time because my son hasn't lived at home for quite a while. These are absolutely beautiful curtains. I'm just wondering if they would actually be much better in one of the bedrooms in the barn than the curtains that I've already got in there. Anyway, I am making progress on the top floor, but it's quite slow at the moment. Oh, these curtains could be possible for the barn as well, because they're really lovely fabric as well. I think they're probably a vintage Sanderson maybe. I don't go onto the top floor that often, so I just need to pop my bin away. Should we go and check on the dogs? I'll leave my bin up here. I've given myself quite a big to-do list to do, hadn't I? I better actually crack on and do some of it. Should we just finish up with what should we finish up with? A coffee, maybe a coffee. So this is the hallway. I don't think I've done anything new in the hallway. But I do need to probably start with the kitchen actually, don't I? Just tidy up in the kitchen. The dogs are being good, just resting. And the coffee berry is not looking too bad, but there's lots of tomatoes I need to deal with. Anyway, let's just finish up with a little view out at the barns. Anyway, thank you for joining me and the dogs for a little bit of Friday afternoon chill. I do need to get on now and do some housework, don't I, girls? Instead of just talking about it, I need to actually do it. What do you think? If only you could talk. If only you could help me with the housework. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Bye for now.